Another misprint on the schedule. There's actually 3 talks scheduled for this segment. We have the first by Emma, the second one by Nathan, and there's a third talk before the lunch by Thais Viana about the Pi Ladies community in Brazil, just so you know. So we will actually have 1 hour 15 for lunch, and that will start at 12:45. So now for the first talk of this segment, we have Emma Deliscol with Making Your Life Happier with Django.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to wait for the slides to come on. So yeah, that's great. He found a way to pronounce the title because I honestly had no idea how to pronounce it. It looks good written down, but I was not sure how to pronounce that. Okay, and full screen. This should be good. Okay, so Making Your Life Happier with Django. First of all, who am I? My name is Emma. I am a co-founder of a small Belgian company named Levit. And yeah, is this better? Okay. I've had the honor to be chosen as a DSF individual member not too long ago. I'm also the maintainer of these 2 projects, the error schema adapter that we're going to be talking about today, and Ambir CLI quantities. So, making your life happier. I guess you all know that we're going to be talking about APIs today. But first of all, what is an API? So according to Wikipedia, this is what an API is. So in short, it is a set of clearly defined methods of communication among various components of a software. It can make development easier if it is well written. And it does not only apply to the web, although today we're mainly going to be talking about the web. So when we talk about the web and APIs, we talk about usually REST APIs. There's recently things like GraphQL that have been introduced to the scene, but here we're here to talk about REST APIs with Django. And usually, what does a REST API with Django and Django REST framework looks like? Well, it's a set of views. One set for collections, where you can get and post. So, for example, here we have an endpoint for products. So /API/product, you can do a get call on that, and you will get a list of products. Or you can do a post call on that to create a new product. You also have a second view, which is the detail view, similar to Django detail view for just displaying web page. And on this detail view, so it's /API/product/the ID, and you usually have 4 methods on that. Get, that will give you the details of the product, all the information, but that is used to update the entire product, so all the fields of the products. Patch, which is used to update only certain fields of that item, or delete, which is used to delete the item. If you talk to people who like REST a lot and they want you to have what they call a RESTful API, they will also tell you that it's very important that your API is discoverable. We will come back to that a bit later. So why do we need REST APIs as Django project? After all, what we want to do is display web page. We don't want APIs. Well, you kind of do. You sometimes want the APIs to add advanced components on your page, or you want to make your data available to third-party applications. That's that's been for a long time the first reason why people made APIs for their products, for their website. Like, for example, if you have a weather website and you have a basic website where you can enter a city and the website will tell you the weather in your city. That's really nice. But if they have an API, if there's an API that's open, what you can do is you can make requests to that API and, for example, add the local weather to your favorite shell. And so you always know what weather it is outside without having to look through the window. This is, well, people are laughing, but I know people who have done that. But more recently, there's been other uses for APIs. Mobile devices have made APIs much more popular and needed because whether you have an Android or you have an iPhone, these are two completely separate clients, two different clients that need to interact with the same. That need to interact with the same set of data and be able to retrieve the same data, update the same data, and so if you have a nice API, you will be able to use the same API with both clients. Something that is also fairly new is web frontends, JavaScript frameworks or libraries like React, Vue, Ember, and those are also making use of APIs. And also, we want to use APIs and this client-server interaction because we know it works. We've been using that for years. Somebody else, unfortunately, I don't remember the name, but in another conference said that working with computers and programming is a bit like a pendulum. At some point in the 70s, we had mainframe, like the IBM AS400, and you had one mainframe, one big computer on the premises, and everybody would have terminals, would have 10 clients, with which they would connect to the server, and then we kind of went the other way, and everybody had a desktop computer, and you